My son tried to get rid of me, so I started my own plan. Welcome back to my channel with another emotional story. Please stay with us. At 69, I never imagined I would be homeless. But life has a cruel way of testing you. My son, Daniel, once my pride and joy, told me one morning, "Mom, you're becoming a burden. You need to leave." His wife stood behind him with her arms crossed, nodding. They had already packed my clothes in 2 small suitcases. I didn't argue. My heart was trembling, but I walked out quietly. Hotel, the guest house, and my new life. I rented a tiny room in an old guest house. To afford it, I found work as a cook at a small cafe, earning barely enough to survive. Every day after my shift, I brought leftover food to a homeless woman who sat behind the cafe. Her name was Mara. She was kind despite her tragedy-filled life. We became friends. Sometimes she told me, "Not all family is blood." One cold evening, as I was about to enter my room, Mara grabbed my arm. Her voice shook. "Don't sleep inside tonight. Something's wrong." I didn't question her. We went to sit under the small shed behind the building. 1 hour later, my phone rang. It was the guest house owner, panicked. "Your room! There's a gas leak! You're lucky you weren't inside." But what froze my blood was his next whisper. "Someone loosened the valve. A young man. Your son was seen here earlier." My world shattered. Daniel, my son, had tried to harm me? I cried until my chest hurt. Then something inside me hardened. That night, I made my plan. Step 1. The hidden truth. Over the next few days, I carefully asked old neighbors, relatives, and my son's coworkers about Daniel. Patterns appeared. He had huge debts. He was desperate for inheritance money. My house, my savings, everything he assumed would be his. He didn't want to wait, and he didn't want me alive. Step 2. Quietly turning the tables. I didn't confront him. I acted weak, silent, harmless. I visited a lawyer. We made legal changes. I transferred my house to a charity for elderly women. I moved my savings into a private trust, and I added a special clause. Daniel would inherit nothing, not even a rupee. No one informed him. He still believed everything was in his control. Step 3. The exposure. A week later, I invited Daniel to the cafe where I worked. When he walked in, expecting to intimidate me again, he found the cafe owner, the guest house manager, my lawyer, and Mara, standing calmly with folded arms. I looked him in the eyes. "Son, you tried to get rid of me, but you forget one thing. Age doesn't make someone weak." The guest house manager stepped forward. "We know you tempered with the gas valve." Daniel's face drained of color. My lawyer placed documents on the table. "Your mother has transferred everything. You have no claim left." Daniel exploded, shouting, insulting me, but every word only confirmed his guilt. The cafe owner recorded everything. House. What happened after? Daniel's wife left him when she discovered the truth. He lost his job soon afterward. As for me, I moved into a small apartment provided by the charity I donated my house to. They offered me a part-time role teaching cooking to elderly women and teens. Mara, my homeless friend, now works with me in the charity kitchen. We share stories and laughter every night. And I learned something powerful. When family abandons you, life sends you strangers who become your real family. And sometimes the strongest revenge is building a life they can never touch. He came back when everything was gone. Months passed peacefully. For the first time in years, I slept without fear. I cooked with the charity team, taught young girls pantry basics, and shared evenings with Mara, who now lived in the same apartment building as me. Life was finally calm, until the night he returned. The knock at my door. It was raining heavily when I heard a slow, dragging knock. When I opened the door, my heart clenched. Daniel. But this wasn't the proud, arrogant son who kicked me out. His clothes were soaked, his eyes sunken, his beard unkempt. He looked broken. "Mom, please, I need help." I froze. This was the same man who tried to end my life for money. The confession. He stepped inside, trembling. "Everything is gone," he said. "My wife left. I lost my job. My friends disappeared. I have nowhere to go." I stayed silent. Then he finally confessed the truth without excuses. "I needed your house, your savings. I was stupid, but I didn't want to kill you. I just wanted to scare you." We both knew that was a lie. He looked down as if ashamed of the lie before it even left his lips. My decision. I offered him a towel and he dried himself quietly. Then he whispered, "Can I stay for a while?" I looked at the man who once pushed me out of my own home. The man who loosened a gas valve hoping fate would finish me. I swallowed the pain and said, "You can stay for one night, not more." His eyes widened, but he nodded silently. Mara's warning again. As he slept on the couch, Mara came to my door. She whispered, "I saw him outside earlier. He didn't come for forgiveness. He came for opportunity." She had seen this kind of desperation before, among people who lost everything and were willing to do anything to get it back. She added, "Be careful. He might try again." I didn't want to believe that, but deep down, I knew she was right. The next morning, Daniel woke up early. I found him standing near my dining table, staring at my handbag. He quickly moved away when he saw me. "Mom, I didn't touch anything." I said nothing. I made breakfast. He ate quietly, hands shaking from hunger, shame, or both. After the meal, I handed him a small envelope. Inside was a list of nearby shelters, job centers, and rehabilitation programs. His face twisted. "You won't help me financially? Not even a little?" I met his eyes calmly. "You tried to destroy my life for money. This," I pointed to the envelope, "is all the help I can give you." His expression turned from pleading to bitter, cold anger. The final attempt. As he walked out, he turned and grabbed my arm tightly. "You owe me," he hissed. "I'm your son. You can't abandon me." I didn't move. I didn't tremble. Because this time, I wasn't alone. Mara stepped out from behind the door, holding her phone. "Let go of her," she said calmly. "I'm recording." Daniel froze. Then he let go and stormed off into the rain. That was the last time I saw him for a long while. My new life. Weeks later, the charity promoted me to kitchen supervisor. Mara and I started a small food program for elderly women who lived alone. My life had become meaningful again, built by my own hands. I chose peace over blood, survival over guilt, growth over grief. And I learned something powerful. Giving birth to someone doesn't mean you owe them your life, but saving your own life is the greatest gift you can give yourself. The truth that broke everything. 3 years passed. 3 long, peaceful, healing years. I had rebuilt my life from scratch. The charity kitchen flourished. Mara and I became like sisters. We even helped dozens of elderly women find shelter and food. Daniel was like a shadow in my memory, sometimes painful, sometimes distant. Until one winter morning when I received a phone call that froze my blood. The call. "Is this Mrs. Evelyn?" "Yes." "This is the city hospital. We have a patient here. He listed you as his emergency contact." My heart dropped. "Who is it?" I asked. A pause. "Your son, Daniel." At the hospital. I walked through the hospital corridors with shaky hands. When I entered the room, I saw a figure on the bed. Thin, pale, exhausted. Daniel. His eyes opened slowly. "Mom, you came." I wanted to walk out. I wanted to comfort him. Both feelings battled inside me. "What happened to you?" I asked quietly. The doctor's words. Outside the room, the doctor explained, "Your son collapsed at work. Severe stress, malnutrition, and untreated health issues. He's been living alone. No support." I closed my eyes. He had fallen far, but consequences have a way of coming back. The unexpected truth. When I returned to Daniel's room, he began to talk, something I never expected. "Mom, I know you hate me, but I need to tell you something." I didn't sit. I stood by the door. He swallowed hard. "You remember the night at the guest house? The gas leak?" My body stiffened. Daniel continued, "It wasn't me." I stared at him, confused and angry. "Don't lie, Daniel. The manager saw you." He shook his head weakly. "I was there, but I didn't touch anything. I came to ask you to forgive me. I left before going inside." My breath hitched. "Then who?" He interrupted, voice breaking. "It was my wife." My chest tightened. "She wanted your house. She wanted the inheritance. She told me if I didn't convince you to move out, she will take matters into her own hands." I felt like the floor moved beneath me. Daniel continued, tears gathering. "I didn't know until later. When she told me what she did, I confronted her, and she left me." The twist that changes everything. I stood frozen. The woman who always smiled sweetly, the one who pushed Daniel to kick me out, the one who packed my suitcase. She was the real danger all along. Daniel whispered, "I'm not innocent. I was weak, greedy, stupid. But I didn't want you dead, Mom. I swear it." The moment I broke. For years, I carried anger, fear, betrayal. For years, I believed my own son tried to kill me. And now I learned the truth was even darker. My legs finally gave up. I sat beside him. "I can't forgive everything," I whispered. "He knows, but I just wanted you to know I wasn't the one trying to end your life." His voice cracked. "I lost everything because I let the wrong person control me." The healing. I didn't take him home. But I stayed beside him during his recovery. I arranged social workers, I helped him get therapy and a small rental room near the rehabilitation center. Not because he deserved it, but because I deserved peace. When he stood on the day he was discharged, he looked healthier, and he said the first words that ever sounded true. "Mom, thank you. Not for helping me, but for not letting hate turn you into someone else." My new life. Today, Daniel and I speak occasionally. Not like before, not like a perfect family, but like two broken people learning to rebuild tiny bridges. And sometimes that is the greatest victory. Because the woman who tried to destroy me, she disappeared from Daniel's life. She even tried to contact him again, but he finally told her, "My mother survived you, and so will I." And for the first time, I felt something soften inside. Not trust, not love, but a small spark of hope.